Hey everyone, welcome to week 4, the 4th episode, the forecoming of the Joy Clicks podcast, episode 4. I'm Omar Nakfi, and I'm joined by Christian Buckley once again. Hey Christian, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm pretty good. Exam week is this week, and it's been hell, but it's over.
Yikes.
Pretty much, so.
Are those midterms?
Yep.
Damn, dude.
Lots of writing, so. What about you? How's everything going?
Everything's pretty alright. Just watching a lot of movies.
Yeah.
That's all I've got going on.
Mm-hmm.
And playing some video games here and there. If you would like to talk about some video games.
Sure, I haven't played a ton since last week.
Yeah.
Sunday, I downloaded that Division 2 beta.
Oh yeah, I also messed around with this a little bit. What are your thoughts?
You know what? It's like mechanically very sound. I liked Ghost Recon Wildlands a lot, and that was also a Tom Clancy banner game. So I was expecting I would at least get some enjoyment out of Division, since I did have a ton of fun with Destiny and that sort of format. But something about it just felt kind of tired. Like the traversal of Wildlands isn't there. The shooting, from what I remember, it feels a little better, but I don't think I'm going to pick it up. Like I played for about an hour and a half, and I was like, I get it, but not feeling it right now.
I think it was like that opening cutscene where it was like, we lost everything, or like, we didn't realize how good we had it. Free Wi-Fi. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and they all chimed in on like the last syllable.
What?
Like a chorus of people chimed in on the last word and like picked up after each other.
Oh, damn, I didn't even notice. That sucks, man.
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
Ubisoft.
I mean, I like more Ubisoft games than I don't, especially this gen.
Sure, I just feel like they haven't really written a compelling story in a game in
No, that's
this
completely
gen.
Fair.
Like,
you
Assassin's Creed Origins, I liked a lot.
You see that Odyssey Pythagoras sub-quest?
Yeah, I have seen that. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, that's a side quest too. When I found that in the game, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
No, that was particularly like inspired. I thought that was great.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But I didn't actually see it in person. I dropped that game because I think Ubisoft games, I am getting a bit tired of the structures and all this stuff. Even though I can get into those games every once in a while, I just need serious breaks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel. Same scenario.
But I would like to plug again, Assassin's Creed Origins was a really well-written story, or at least characters, I felt. And I like Cassandra, and but I don't like Alexios.
I liked him as the bad guy, because he was kind of just a doofus.
Honestly, he was such a doofus, though.
He was a very good choice, that voice actor, to play a villain in an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, but he was also playing the protagonist for like most of the people that played that game. It's so bizarre.
That is the downside there.
Yeah, so
not good.
Yeah. So, anyways, I played this Division beta as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think was it last podcast I said the thing about reinstalling the first game.
Yeah, you want to play the campaign, right?
Yeah, and I ended up uninstalling it now. Not because the Division 2 is that bad, but I just think at this point I just don't want to play a game like that, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, there's nothing motivating me to play it. It's just shooting, numbers, all that. I just didn't really care for it at the moment. I did think visually it looked nice.
Yeah. But Division 2 beta, I ran into a lot of pop-in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like an insane amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even character models that I ran past, and then I saw them pop in like the second that their position passed my screen view. So, and I'm playing on a pro. I don't know if that makes any difference. I was also playing by myself, so I don't know if that makes a difference of my experience. But yeah, probably not for me right now.
Probably play worse if you weren't playing by yourself. I imagine. But,
maybe
I guess I don't know. I was playing on PC and it seemed okay, but there was like settings you could adjust the scaling stuff, which is actually kind of nice to see. Like you could change how far you render in the distance, and that was pretty intensive on my processor, so I had similar pop-in issues, but whatever.
You don't want to pursue the paid opportunity to play Division 2 on PC?
Oh, wait, is that the are you trying to segue into that weird work thing?
I was just gonna bring it up. We don't have to
No,
talk
no, no.
about it,
It's
but
cool. I just forgot if that was what it was called. But yeah, no. Tell us more about this like crazy. I don't even know what the hell this is.
so I saw Greg Miller tweet this. I think someone he knows. I don't know if it's somebody who works for Kind of Funny got this. It was like an email from Ubisoft saying, "Hey, you've been selected from a handful of Division 2 PC players. We want to chronicle your experience over 10 weeks post launch to improve the game. We want to have you stream it to document things. We want you to be able to do interviews. We want you to play at least 5 hours a week for the 10 weeks, and we will be compensating you for your time." So it's like a weird sort of like post launch playtesting, I guess, for this kind of model of a game.
Well, I mean, it's post-launch for the Division 2, but with the way Ubisoft works and how all their games just incorporate every single aspect of each other, I feel like this is a very, like, I don't know, potent strategy for that can apply to all their games. You know?
Yeah, I could see that. Honestly, I'm surprised that Anthem didn't apply something like this, especially with how EA has that Game Changer program.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's because everyone's PS4 is broke. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Reading that Division thing reminded me of like when NASA was inviting people to do sleep studies with or something. Like, hey, can you sleep here for 3 months, and we can study you, and we'll pay you for it. You remember that?
Vaguely.
Maybe it wasn't NASA. I don't know. Someone was doing that. Anyway, speaking of games, services, whatever. Did you hear this Anthem thing where apparently like the level 1 weapon is the best weapon in the game?
Yeah, I'm not surprised with anything that comes out of that game at this point.
It sounds like the numbers that go up don't actually represent what you're shooting in the game.
Yeah,
They're all
apparently
fake numbers.
Last time I saw something on this, like an hour or two ago,
Yeah.
it's a bug.
Oh, okay.
According to someone from BioWare on the subreddit, I saw somebody post a screenshot on Twitter
Sure.
of some reply, but that's like, come on.
It was pretty bizarre.
Yeah.
I don't think this game is nearly as bad as Fallout 76 is, but in terms of some of the post-launch stuff and the bricking of consoles or the
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
shutting down, it is weirdly bad. Like, I did not expect that from
Because you also have to remember that PlayStation allowed that game to be released on their console.
Right.
You know, like, this isn't fully just on EA and BioWare, but like...
Absolutely not, no. Especially
But-
with Sony's like policy of not allowing early access games,
Yeah.
but happily releasing, Fortnite, which, hey, worked out, but Fallout 76 and Anthem, which were having in pretty severely buggy states and went past their certification systems.
Yeah, well...
Like, I don't know.
I'm probably not going to get it at this point. If they do a cool, like, Taken King Rebirth sort of thing down the line,
Right.
maybe I'll get it, because I do like how Flight feels, and again, I usually like a game like that in my rotation. So.
Sure. I mean, I think there's plenty of potential in that game.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth wasting your time with at the moment, right?
Yeah, definitely not.
Because if that Taken King expansion does come out at some point, and hey, the Anthem's amazing, you're gonna feel like you wasted it, or not? Maybe not. I don't know. But playing it right now seems like the least appealing thing in the world.
Yeah, I mean, the cool thing with Destiny was like when it got super popular after the fact was like, oh, I've been here since the beginning. I've seen the lows, and it's great now. So
Here's my
you're
year
welcome.
1 weapon. I don't know.
Yeah, that stuff's kind of cool, but like, I was more invested in Destiny because it was like, I don't know, it just hit at a good time, and this is launching with similar problems of like Division 1 and Destiny 1, and it's too late, I feel.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely with you on that. Remember when Destiny had shaders that you could just like reuse all the time?
Yeah.
That was the best, dude.
Yeah, it was.
I feel like, really hope Destiny 3 does that again.
That'd be very nice.
So maybe they won't. I don't know. Anyways, is that all we have for the Division?
Division, yeah. I do have another game before
Sure.
we go on to...
I got games too, man. I got games and games and games.
Okay. Do you want to do one, or
Sure,
Mine
I can
was
do
just a
one.
demo. So.
I didn't even bring it up, but yes, continuing the Ubisoft stuff. Been playing Trials Rising.
Ooh, how is that?
It's friggin' great.
Awesome.
I didn't expect to pick it up because, hey, man, it looked like just another Trials game, but Wario64 ended up tweeting a price mistake for it on Amazon.
Oh, nice. How much you get it for?
I got the gold premium edition for like $25 instead of 40.
Oh, nice. 25, I think, is the standard for.
Right, which is, hey, I'm probably never going to get to the gold content anyways. So, like, look, the $25 price seems pretty nice for this.
Yeah.
And no, it's just straight up Trials as it's always been, except they got rid of the previous two installments, was Trials of the Blood Dragon, which is the Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon themed one, and the one before that was Trials Fusion, which was the future stuff. And I didn't play the Blood Dragon one, but I played the Fusion, the future stuff, Fusion, and I thought that was really fun. But people didn't like the setting, then they wanted to go back to the motocross roots or whatever. And this one does go back to that, and you got some standard bikes. But there are some really fun environments in that game. Like, there's one level where I just, like, R2, drove off the bridge into a pot of tomato sauce. And it was like the Carnival of Blood or something. I don't know. It was kind of great.
That's fun.
And the levels are all really good and honestly pretty hard. I keep restarting it, like, several times and getting extremely frustrated. But, hey, I'm having a great time.
Have you messed around with the level editor at all?
No, I know it's there, though. I'm just bad at it. But have you seen anything cool from it?
Not from the new one yet, but I did see recently, I forget where I saw it, but it was like a highlight of some of the best community trials levels. Some of those things are crazy.
Oh, awesome. I honestly haven't ever dabbled in that. I should look it up.
There's some pretty insane ones. I can try and find the one that I saw, and I'll send it to you. It's like, so much of it is just going vertical. You have to do like a bunny hop backwards over gaps and stuff. It's crazy.
See, yeah, that stuff is nuts. That's a level of Trials I can't play. Like, I just, all I really do, like, this is actually a huge problem, but all I do is press R2 and, accelerate at full speed, and sometimes I just brake, or I just don't press R2 and full speed accelerate, and that's really how I play, and I lean sometimes, but I see some people, like, strategically leaning and pressing the throttle to, like, kind of go in a very fluid motion over these, like, humps and stuff.
Yeah,
I can't play that game.
It feels really good to play, so
it feels wonderful to play. I'm just awful at doing the crazy stuff.
Yeah, I haven't picked up. It's Rising now, Trials Rising.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Yeah, I haven't picked up Rising yet. I want to eventually because I had a lot of fun playing Fusion.
Yeah, cool. I didn't know you were a Trials guy, but that's awesome.
Oh yeah, dude, I love Trials. I haven't played the. So you said Blood Dragon was the last one, right?
I believe so.
Okay. And was Rising this gen or last gen?
Rising is the newest one.
I mean...
Oh, Fusion was last... sorry. Fusion was early this gen. I think like 2014 or something.
Okay. The original one was 360 then, right?
The original one was like a Flash game. And then Trials HD was a 360 arcade thing.
Was that the only one that was released on 360?
No, there's also Trials Evolution, I think.
Trials Evolution, that's the one I play a lot of.
Yeah, that game's cool.
Yeah, so I've been waiting for a good opportunity to play a new Trials game.
Oh, hey,
probably
this one,
pick this one up eventually.
Yeah, this one is probably the best Trials game I've played so far.
Mm-hmm.
Really fun and inventive. I'm playing it on PC. Nice. I would have liked to be playing it on Switch, but the port sounds kind of rough.
Yeah, I heard since the triggers aren't analog, that you have to use the right stick for gas. Right,
and for me, as I was previously saying, I am so bad at controlling the throttle that I'm okay with the digital trigger, I think, even though it sucks to lose that control.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's definitely an issue, but it's also 30 frames per second on Switch.
Okay.
And not to be a frame rate snob, but I really feel like the full frame rate really benefits for those games,
Yeah, I agree. So, yeah, I might pick it up on PS4 then, eventually.
Sure. If you pick it up on PS4, man, hey, I'll buy it as well. I want more leaderboards.
Awesome.
And you should really play Trackmania, man.
Is that? I haven't heard of that. What is that?
Trackmania is a Ubisoft. Ubisoft, similar to Trials, they bought the studio that makes it. Mm-hmm. So, Nadeo, I believe, makes this crazy racing game on PC. Or they used to. It used to be just a PC thing, but it was very much here is this platform with a level editor, everyone make your crazy levels, and it's like a third person kind of racing game, and people are making the craziest things you've ever seen.
That's cool.
Like there's one level I used to play called Star Wars Metallica,
Ooh.
where
Okay.
you press W on the keyboard, right, or controller, whatever you want to play it on, and your little cart starts going, and then the screen starts shaking, and it goes, "Attention! Darth Vader has kidnapped Metallica," and the screen starts shaking some more, and then you can't really see because the camera is all fucked up, and you don't know where to drive. It's like tank controls for a car game at some point, and then you go to another lane, and you pass a camera change, and it goes Obi-Wan action cam, and basically it's full of dumb stuff like that.
That's cool.
And the PS4 Trials game is similar in some really wacky levels, and it has a very much the Trials thing of one more level, let me restart and get the right times. It's like a time thing, right? I should have mentioned that first, but yeah, it's very much a race against the clock, race against like 300 people in real time or whatever. I don't know.
That's cool.
I did a poor job explaining Trackmania, but if you like Trials, you will like Trackmania.
All right, I get the general picture, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I would let you speak, but I figure I should probably also mention this. Ubisoft games. I also reinstalled Blood Dragon this week, like Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Nice.
I never really liked that game that much. I liked the aesthetics, but I always felt it was too jokey. You know?
Okay, I see that. I never played the full game.
Yeah.
I played the demo a lot.
Sure.
But yeah, I just never I never felt motivated enough to purchase it for what it was selling, I guess.
Well, it was like $15.
I know, but it was like you said, it was just super jokey. So
yeah,
I was
no,
like,
definitely.
is this like super like linear? Is it just a small section that's like full of jokes and that's all there is here? So,
well,
but I know it's well received. So
yeah, it's supposed to be aping like, or it's an homage to the '80s action films, right?
yeah, like
But I just feel like it was very much tongue in cheek in a way that it's not like RoboCop level satire. It's more like, hey, weren't the '80s fun and cool? Like
I got
the
Duke
the
Nukem
Kung Fury,
vibes.
sure, exactly. But or the Kung Fury sketch, which I actually haven't seen, but I'm assuming it's like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucked up for that. Is it bad?
I don't know.
All right, sorry. Michael Fassbender is going to be in Kung Fury, apparently, the full movie of that short.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
But yeah, no, I've been watching a lot of James Cameron films, and it turns out he likes to cast Michael Biehn a lot. So Michael Biehn was in Terminator, Aliens, and The Abyss, and even in the director's cut of Terminator 2. So he stars in Blood Dragon, so it was fun to play as him for a bit.
That's pretty cool.
But I probably will not replay the entire Blood Dragon campaign. But who knows? Maybe. Anyways, I'm sorry for rambling, Christian. What game would you like to talk about?
I tried that DMC5 demo. Also
right.
On Sunday.
Devil May Cry.
I love everything I've seen of Devil May Cry 5, but at this point, I don't know if I'm gonna play it this close to launch. Maybe down the line.
Sure.
But yeah, it was just so I played through the demo. I think I got a B overall for everything. Like my final rank was a B. I was getting lots in the combat encounters. I was getting C's and B's and I think 1D maybe. I don't remember.
No styles.
No, I got no triple S's or anything like that.
All right.
Combat encounters were cool. I liked hearing Devil Trigger. That was fun.
I don't know if this is the same for Devil May Cry, but like in Bayonetta, very much you play that game and you get bronze medals the whole way through it, right? Or stones. Those are the two worst medals. But then the real joy is when you replay that game, all platinums.
Yeah, I haven't played a DMC game yet.
Yeah.
Like fully or ever, I think.
The only one I've played was the reboot.
Right. Which I kind of want to get to still at some point, but
the reboot
yeah,
is a fantastic video game.
Yeah, it looked very appealing to me.
My opinion grows fonder of it every day.
So with DMC5, was very hopeful. Loved the trailers. Loved the song. I think I was digging Nero's vibe more from what I've seen compared to Dante.
Oh,
So,
like you like Nero more than Dante?
again, based on my very little knowledge and just from
No,
marketing,
that's fine. I think Nero's supposed to be way more likable than Dante. Isn't Dante like a huge asshole?
I don't know. He's kind of just like a Ninja Turtle, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I always got from Dante. But Nero's
Man.
like, oh, I'm the cool kid, you know?
I
But
listened to some.
he means it, you know? He's not like, oh, I'm the cool kid and you can't come to my dad's party. Like, he's more
Sure.
like, oh, yeah, sure, come on over. I don't know.
I was listening to some of Giant Bomb's All System Goku, and they just met Gotenks in a new episode.
Mm.
And Dan's rationalization for liking Gotenks so much is because he's just like a Ninja Turtle.
That's fair.
Yeah. Also, did you see that picture of that rat stuck in that grate
Yeah.
this week? All right. Yeah. Did you see the Splice Master Splinter jokes?
Yes.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, that was
Right.
very good.
Let's hear some more DMC talk. My bad.
So I think the thing that was messing with me was in all of the pre-release stuff and everything I've heard about DMC about how it's all like super stylish combat, very focused on making you feel badass.
Yeah.
I was expecting the game to feel way more fluid and a lot faster.
It very much feels like a Street Fighter kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like
you know.
it's not sluggish, but it like everything feels very deliberate.
Sure.
And I was like, by the time I hit the boss, I was like chaining together a couple cool combos that I was picking up on. You got some cool whip thing that you can pull people up into the air with, and
You
shoot
got
'em
Cool
up.
Whip?
Yeah, you got cool whip.
Cool.
And you know the devil breakers, like the arm Nero has,
Yes.
that you can turn into a pasta maker.
Oh, seriously?
That's one of the pre-orders. Yeah,
Alright.
it's called the pasta breaker. I don't know what it does, but
That's not bad. That's not bad.
there was one that shoots electricity, was fine. There was one that, honestly, I don't know what it was. It was red, and I never used it. The green one, though, was sick, because you got to, again, it was like building on the mobility, because I was chained together some combos of, like, jumping up in the air, whipping the guy close to me, shooting him up, slashing him with the sword, and then, hitting circle to use the Devil Breaker ability, which would like sonic boom me across the room and do like a acrobatic flip, get on the other side of the guy, keep the combo going. So that was cool.
Yeah, that sounds pretty neat.
But by the time I hit the boss, I was kind of just like mashing together the same, like the button patterns, but not the combos. I don't know what it was. So yeah, I was just expecting it to be faster, I think is my biggest thing.
I don't want to be like a dick, but like, yeah, I was also, I think, had a similar expectation to you, but then I played it and I was like, man, this is like Bayonetta but bad. But I assume, look, don't hate me, I see the reviews are probably great. I pre-ordered this game already. I will probably like it at some point. So look, I'm sorry, that's all I gotta say.
I'll like as of this point in time, I am still more motivated to play RE2 over DMC5.
Hey man, Resident Evil 2 is a great game.
I'm very excited to get to it.
I have started up the second campaign.
Did you start with Claire or Leon?
Like in general, like what would I play like
first
my
character,
first minute?
Yeah, what was the first one?
Yeah, first one was Leon.
Cool.
So my second is Claire.
So are you doing Claire's second run?
Yep.
Okay.
It's pretty confusing. I had to post in the thread about it to ask like, what the hell do I do?
Yeah, I guess it's like a harder abridged version
Of her A route.
I think,
Yeah.
or like what she was doing during Leon's campaign.
I have heard some problems and stuff being like in all honesty, I didn't really care for Mr. X in my first playthrough. I think he's a great design and the sound is cool, but I wasn't ever really scared by him.
Did you see?
The Thomas the Tank Engine.
Go ahead. Yes, I said that. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I did see Thomas the Tank Engine. That was pretty funny.
That was really good.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, but anyways, I was shit.
You're saying you weren't scared of Mr. X the first playthrough?
I was not scared of Mr. X the first time. Don't want to sound like an ultimate gamer badass, but look, that's how it went. And I hear the second route. it's much better. Like he's way scarier for that
Nice.
game or something.
Cool.
So curious about that. Capcom, they're doing good.
They're doing real good.
Yeah.
But I only have one other game that I wanted to mention.
Sure.
Because again, did not get super far with it. Been very busy. But you see that Chris Avellone writing Jedi Fallen Order?
I did see that Chris Avellone was writing Jedi Fallen Order. Remind me, what other games has he written? Anything in particular?
He has written Into the Breach.
Okay. That's a great game.
And
maybe one of the best games.
I've heard very good things. And KOTOR 2, the
KOTOR
Sith Lords.
2. Sith Lords, that sounds like a Star Wars thing.
It is.
Huh.
So, you actually sent me a comparison screenshot thing of...
Yeah, that picture is kind of fucked up, but, like, it is really great. Like, I'm sorry, I'll put it up on the screen.
Yeah, please, I was going to ask you to.
Yeah.
So, I knew a little bit about the first KOTOR. I know they're both very beloved games.
Sure.
I read the novel about the main character from KOTOR 1.
Oh, God, what is his name?
Revan.
Okay, yep. All right, I had that.
So, that's like one of the only Star Wars books I've read, but that's besides the point.
I thought it was Darth Icky. My bad.
So KOTOR 2, seeing that comparison you sent me, hearing Chris Avellone is the one who wrote that line of dialogue.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's now writing Respawn's game, which Respawn, I will never doubt again at this point.
They're the best. They're the best video game makers.
So I was like, hey, let me check out this KOTOR 2. I bought it on Steam like 3 years ago, and I don't use Steam ever. So I installed Steam. It took me like an hour and a half to set up my controller, my laptop, and drivers and stuff. Whoa.
Hey, man, I'm so proud of this. I heard this, and I was like glowing. I was like, hell yeah.
I don't know if it's going to happen again, man, but...
That's fine. Honestly, did you not enjoy any process of setting it up?
No.
Alright, because sometimes I like have days where like I just start tinkering with all this shit and I kind of live for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I get it.
So yeah, I figured out after a long period of time how to use my Switch controller on my Steam account, plugged it into my TV, and played the first, I think like hour 45 of KOTOR 2.
Alright.
KOTOR 2 is a cool game.
Yeah, I've heard.
It's very cool.
Neat.
I think you can beat that game in like 15 to 20 hours.
Oh, really?
And I kind of want to do it.
You should do it.
I don't know if... Well, I got a week off next week, so I might just do it then.
Sure.
Because, also, I know I'm going to a million places with this, but I promise I'll get to a point. Obsidian also did this game. Super hyped for the Outer Worlds later this year. So...
I think that's Outer Worlds actually has one of the directors of KOTOR 2 on it, or designers too.
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah.
Also, the stuff that they talked about with Outer Worlds, of like your crew and how it's inspired by Mass Effect and how there's the KOTOR team and stuff.
Right.
And the way that it looks to be that the crew is going to work in KOTOR 2, from what I've seen so far, very, very cool. One of the things I didn't know about KOTOR 2, I don't know if this is also the original, is it's kind of... almost turn-based.
I never got a grip of the Old Republic battle system. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing in KOTOR 1 and 2. But yeah, it is a weird, like, is it not turn-based, but is it more like a turn-based with real-time elements like Final Fantasy is almost?
I was going to bring up Final Fantasy 7, like the active time battle. Like you have time limits, you can move around still, but I don't know how frequently that messes up with your accuracy or dexterity, I guess. Yeah. Because also when the game starts out, heavy D&D inspired character creator.
Yeah.
Like you got dex, you got charisma, like actual. It almost looks like a full D&D character sheet.
Sure.
So
I think I mean. BioWare and Obsidian both had their roots in like this kind of Baldur's Gates, Icewind Dale, D&D PC RPGs, right?
Yeah.
And those games, I believe, all had the kind of turn-based systems with real-time elements.
Mhm.
So it kind of makes sense that it came over for KOTOR.
Yeah,
I suppose.
and I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It was jarring at first, and this is coming from someone who would love to see a full-on turn-based Star Wars game.
Yeah, I would like to see more turn-based games in general, man.
Yeah, me too.
Where'd they go? Where'd they go?
Yeah, but it's pretty cool. It's a cool game. It like the environments are very Star Warsy in like the best way, probably more so than some of the newer Star Wars stuff I've seen design wise. Yeah. I love how the tutorial, or I guess the opening area, is like you're on this ship. I think it's called the Ebon Hawk, which awesome ship name.
Yeah.
It's crashed in space. Your player character is knocked out. You control a droid. You have to fix the ship and direct it to this closest like asteroid mining colony, which is abandoned. You get taken in and thrown in as a prisoner, and then you have to escape. Yeah. It's a cool setup. It's a cool beginning of the game.
That is cool.
It's taken over by droids and stuff, so you're like trying to get through. I like what I've seen so far. I have yet to escape the asteroid, and that's probably where I'm getting like fade in title card KOTOR 2 moment, you know?
Sure.
But yeah, I'm excited to see more of it.
That's a pretty cool release because you're playing it on Steam, right?
Yeah.
So like that game came out, I don't know, 2006 or something.
Might have been earlier.
Yeah, it came out, and I believe like a lot of Obsidian games, it got rushed to release, to where they had to cut like a third of the game out or something.
Yeah, I don't think they had any time. It was 2004.
Oh, KOTOR 2?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Well,
and original KOTOR was 03.
Really? It was only a year apart?
Yeah.
That's insane. But, yeah, anyways, I think they had to cut out a lot of content for release, and there were some mods out there to restore that cut content. But
really?
Now, I think as of the 2016, or maybe it was actually 2017, Aspera Media restored that cut content officially into the game on Steam.
I think that's in the launcher, yeah.
Yeah, so you have all that stuff, I think. And the controller support also came with those guys as well.
Yes, after a half hour of Googling on how to figure it out, I did see that it was added to the game.
All right. Look, if you had played a modern game on PC, it would have been less struggly.
I'll trust you on that.
But I mean, I still think at least you have the option though, right?
Yeah.
Like with the in terms of like backwards compatibility on PC, you can just play a classic from like so many years ago that had a PC release, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in a way that you can't really do on PS4s and other stuff that didn't really have any backwards compatibility stuff.
Yeah, like now I'm tempted to play Portal again.
Yeah, or you know what you should do? You should get RetroArch going, that emulator program.
Mm-hmm.
That one has a really nice front end for like sitting on the couch and like just browsing through your ROM list or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I actually ended up firing up Link's Awakening recently through that.
Ooh. Right.
And I think I'm gonna play that.
How far did you get?
I got out of the house.
Okay.
So look, the problem with the Game Boy is that the sound chip is awful.
I love it though.
The original Game Boy sound chip.
Yeah, this one pretty sweet.
I think I get you, but maybe if I'm trying to play it on my TV and my receiver and my speakers,
That's
it just
fair.
sounded pretty bad.
Yeah.
It would be nice if like I mean there was there are like mods for like some Final Fantasy games to like import the orchestral soundtrack, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I will hopefully play Link's Awakening because everyone says it's a great game, and you know what? I'll trust them.
It is one of my favorite Zeldas, either tied or right behind Twilight Princess.
If Austin Corral is listening to this, I saw him put Link Between Worlds as one of his favorite games today.
I think he told me it was his favorite game of all time.
Well, look, he's never been more right. That's such a good opinion.
Yeah.
He's bold for it. Like, that game's amazing. That's all.
I actually started up a playthrough of Link's Awakening around Christmas. I got like halfway through, and then I just haven't gone back to it yet. But that game holds up. It's very good. So cool. I feel like you'll have a good time with it.
I really I'm really surprised that I heard, like, I always heard people liked it, but I always thought it was supposed to be like a compromised version of like Link to the Past. Like, not the same story, but like, I thought it'd be like, here's what we tried to cobble together for this weaker hardware.
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out I'm apparently very wrong, and it's supposedly one of the most inspired Zelda games out there. Like,
Definitely.
when I saw the Goombas and stuff, I was like, oh shit, I should play this.
And you don't know much about the actual story, right?
All I know is the Goomba. Well, I mean, I know it's called Link's Awakening, so I assume the whole thing's a dream.
No comment.
All right, and I know about the Goombas and Chain Chomps. Have I ruined the game for myself yet?
No.
Okay, cool. Then I'll play it and I'll love it, and then I'll play it again when it's out this year.
All right, sweet.
Hopefully. Yeah. Any other games you've been playing?
That's everything.
Yeah. I should mention again it is so great that Chris Avellone gets to write for Star Wars, because I don't think anyone gets to write that kind of dark shit for that series.
Yeah,
at least right now.
It's like sky high on Fallen Order now.
Yeah, honestly, like ever, I don't think anyone's written like he does for that KOTOR 2 quote. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was dark.
I think the story is he actually hates Star Wars.
Honestly, hire him to write a trilogy.
Yeah, right.
See what comes out of it. Just see.
Definitely, I think you get more interesting stuff out of it. Honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, that's all the games I've been playing. Sounds like all the games you've been playing.
Mm-hmm.
And anyways, we got news coming up. Let me just scroll over here. News. Modern Warfare 2 is a video game that released in 2009. And maybe they're going to remaster the campaign as a pre-order bonus or a special edition extra for this year.
So this year would be Infinite Warfare 2?
Yes.
Cool.
That's the rumor.
Is it actually?
No, dude, it's Modern Warfare 4.
Wait. Oh, okay. I got so confused for a second because Modern Warfare COD 4. Got it.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm sorry. But no, I thought you were joking about Infinite Warfare 2, but look, I would be excited as hell for that.
I know you would, that's why I said it.
Yeah, but no, I don't think they're ever going to make that again. And look, the multiplayer was bad, but that campaign is the best COD thing by a mile. By a mile.
Yeah, so Modern Warfare 2, I don't have a huge fondness for, like everyone our age does.
I played a lot of that game, but I always was on record of saying I hated it.
I
don't know.
From that era, I have a much larger place in my heart for Black Ops.
Oh, yeah.
I love COD Black Ops so much. I love everything about that game.
I love Black Ops as well, and I think it had a better progression curve, but
it did. Plus, it had like classic zombies before it got all weird. It was really good.
Sure.
And yeah, I just spent way more time playing that game than I did playing MW2. I
can tell you my hours between the two right now if you want me to look it up, but I definitely played more Modern Warfare 2.
Look that up.
All right.
Modern Warfare 2 I played at my neighbor's house a ton when I was growing up.
Yeah. When you were growing up, dude, that was like 10 years ago.
I know.
Were you still growing up when you were 12? Would you consider that? Yeah, actually, no, of course you were. Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so MW2 was mainly just like the game I'd hang out with people and play, you know, but...
I think I know who you're talking about, but maybe I don't.
Yeah, like Black Ops was the one I loved to death, but like apparently from what I've read and stuff for this remaster, it doesn't include multiplayer?
Yeah, so... Wait, no, it does include or doesn't?
Does not.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it does not include multiplayer, yeah. So, I think that makes sense, though, because, like, they put out... I mean, they really killed Infinite Warfare when they released it, man. Like, they put out a perfectly competent, good Call of Duty multiplayer game with Infinite Warfare on the same day.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it just eats up into the install base and stuff. I just didn't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a shame that Modern Warfare 2 doesn't get a remastered multiplayer, though. Because that is where I spent a lot of my hours. You know, I got the stats.
Okay, go.
I played 43 hours of Black Ops multiplayer, and for Modern Warfare 2, I played 120 hours of.
Okay.
So.
How many times did you prestige, do you know?
10, because I got hacked in the first lobby.
Dang.
Sorry.
Wow.
For Modern Warfare 2 at least, Black Ops I actually prestiged like probably twice.
Okay.
Yeah, I there was like a week I was like sick when Black Ops came out. I was at home like playing on my ottoman with a laptop, like kneeling, and I think I prestiged a whole progression in like one day. And I did that. I did some crazy stuff like that all week. But yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty cool. I feel like everybody's gonna be pissed though. You know.
Yeah,
like the people I know that still buy COD regularly, and only like a handful of other games every year, but they love COD.
Sure.
And don't follow this stuff as much. If they buy Modern Warfare 2 Remastered after having played Modern Warfare Remastered, and it's just like, what the hell?
Yeah,
I can't
that's
play
not
Rust.
PS Plus like as of today as well. Right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think I have like zero interest in replaying old Call of Duty campaigns. I think they've all kind of aged. Actually, Black Ops has aged decently well, but
yeah, I was gonna say Black Ops is the one I would revisit.
Yeah, Call of Duty 4, and I tried revisiting with that remaster, and I could not enjoy it at all.
Really?
The single player, at least. I honestly, the multiplayer, I didn't really care for either, because it just didn't. It felt kind of aged, and the campaign was just bad to standards now. I guess that's a messed up thing to say. It was great when it came out, but I just thought it was boring. And same thing with Modern Warfare 2. I actually tried to replay it maybe a couple months ago, and I got to the Defend Burger Town stuff, and I just dropped it. I don't know. Titanfall 2 is a much better campaign from those guys, I feel like, in terms of... I think it's going to age better with all the mobility stuff.
Yeah, Titanfall 2 is my favorite shooter ever. I feel like I've said this before, but I love that game.
You have, and I'll take it every time. It's the best game ever made.
It's really good. You know what? I'm putting that on my Twitter 20 games thing tomorrow, Titanfall 2.
You should make a list on Letterboxd of your top 20 movies, because some of them I didn't actually know the titles of.
Top 20 movies?
You know, you put your favorite 20 movies up on your Twitter?
Yes. Yeah.
You gotta put a Letterboxd list of what they were, because I definitely saw some pictures and I was like, what movie is this?
Okay, gotcha.
The name of. All right.
Kind of a tangent, but with that, it was mainly... I wasn't doing top 20 favorites.
Oh, okay.
It was... The prompt was top 20 things that impacted you the most. So, not necessarily favorites on there, but stuff that, like, turned me on to a genre I never liked before.
No.
Or, like, something that stuck with me, something that I could feel like I can go back and rewatch a ton.
So, were there any bad movies that you think impacted you?
I'll have to look at the list again, but I'm sure there's at least one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any bad movies that got me. There definitely have been.
Yeah, there totally has been.
I can't remember very much.
Like, I put Kiss Kiss Bang Bang on there. That movie probably doesn't hold up well with some of its messages, but
I need to watch it.
It's a really cool, like, buddy cop modern noir movie from Shane Black. So,
I like Shane Black.
Yeah, me too.
Well, his movies at least. I don't know what the hell he's
yes.
up to.
Clarify that.
Yeah.
But
man, I was trying to find a way to watch The Predator, like the original Arnold Schwarzenegger one recently, and I hate when they named the new one the
same thing.
Predator.
Yeah.
Stop it! I couldn't find it anywhere on the internet.
And then the Adrian Brody one is Predators.
Oh God.
They wanted that aliens market, I guess.
Yeah. Man, I still baffled Aliens versus Predators exist.
I mean,
why wasn't it like? I mean, sure, but like, why wasn't it like Alien versus Terminator?
Yeah, because like Predator was, I feel like, way lesser of an IP.
Sure, it was the Die Hard director's film, right?
Yeah, McTiernan.
Yeah, I feel like there was probably more of an avenue for Ridley Scott and James Cameron to work together.
Yeah.
On that kind of thing, but maybe it was more like the thing where like Ridley Scott just doesn't care.
Yeah. This is a side note. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. All I'm gonna say is maybe the Predator stuff was just ripe for that. I don't know. It's a cool design, so I see it. What's your side note?
I was gonna say, do you remember like I want to say 3 years back, Ubisoft announced they were making that Avatar game.
Hell yeah, I do.
Where is that?
I assume it's, it's going to take a while to make a game like that, because it's probably a new games as service thing, right?
I know it's in the Snowdrop engine.
Yeah, it is made by a Massive.
Yes, so
who did the Division, right? So I assume it's totally just another one of those. And honestly, I just assume they need assets that probably live up to James Cameron standards.
Probably, yeah.
And that might be a lot of work.
I was thinking about this last night, actually, because you're on your James Cameron binge.
Hey, man, the greatest filmmaker of all time.
I was looking up Avatar stuff last night at like 2 a.m. And
Bro,
I was like, oh yeah, they announced that game. And I guess they made some comment within the past like 12 months, maybe 8 months, that they're planning to release it in 2020 alongside the film.
Sure.
So...
And if they miss it, dude, then the next year they can do it as well. you know?
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. But it would be cool to see it at some point.
I agree with you. I'm very curious about it, but
what if that's their thing this year? Like, screw Splinter Cell. What if it's like James Cameron's Avatar the game too?
I think they were going to want to wait for more tangible stuff for the films to come out before they announce it.
Probably.
But hey, man, I think that game could be probably incredible. But you know me, I'm a crazy Avatar. I'm not even a crazy Avatar guy. I remember liking that movie more than most people. But hey, seriously, if you want to come watch Avatar like next week,
I'm down. I was thinking about revisiting it.
Dude, let's do it. Because I haven't seen that movie since it came out, and I got the Blu-ray recently.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's probably gonna look and sound nice. I just ordered some new 3D glasses.
Ooh.
I might do. I don't know which I'm gonna do, 2D or 3D, but I'm honestly super stoked to go back and see what that movie was.
Right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, because I don't know. There's something
it's fascinating. I think really
it is, and I feel like
it's the biggest movie.
I feel like it's so weird. It's
the biggest movie ever.
It's so weird because there's a theme park, there's a game they're making. It was like a cultural phenomenon that just dropped off.
Right.
But they made a theme park out of it. It's like it's such a big deal that they changed the font 9 years later, and now there's this game. Right? Is it weird to think that this is crazy?
Bro, check this out. 2 years ago, at the DCU Center in Worcester, I saw Cirque du Soleil put on, or is it Soleil? I don't know. Cirque du Soleil put on an Avatar show that's right here. Cool. It's 2 years ago, dude. So 8 years after that film came out. It's bizarre.
Everything I hear about Avatar is so weird.
It was like a packed show too, so I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, it's endlessly fascinating.
It's something.
But something about it must have worked.
Yeah, I really I don't know.
It's the world building, I think. I really think it is, and I think he's impeccable at it. I don't know. Well, I'll wait till you see it again next week. I don't want to ramble about Avatar because I know everyone's sick of it. But had to have too many arguments with Avatar in my life. Mm-hmm. Anyways, that's it for that, I guess. Speaking of games as a service, have you heard about Destiny?
What about Destiny?
Do you know of it?
Is it? I don't have the notes pulled up. I should have pulled those up.
It's a shooter.
It's a shooter.
Kids are trying to make shooter a thing. Have you seen this?
Do you mean Luke Smith when you say kids, or who are you talking about?
Did he say it?
No, I'm assuming it was somebody who works on a shooter that wanted to coin the phrase.
I've seen everyone saying shooter recently. I don't know where it came from because I thought it was like loot shooter. Anyways, that's
I heard
not the
looter
story.
Shooter a lot, which I like saying.
Looter shooter?
Yeah.
That one's new for me. I didn't really. I've heard that also this week, but I always thought it was loot shoot.
I feel like I've always heard looter shooter, but continue.
Huh. All right, sorry. So Bungie, if you remember, bought the Destiny rights from Activision.
They did.
It turns out it cost $100 million for the Destiny publishing rights.
Wow. So was it that company they teamed up with before the Destiny closed out? Remember there was that
What?
thing, it was like that Chinese company was gonna pay them to make
Oh.
another IP?
NetEase, is that what they're called?
Maybe? I know that's a company,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Yeah. So what do you think? You think NetEase funded some of that?
Maybe, because 100 million seems kind of steep.
It seems big for a developer like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But like maybe honestly they might have had a some kind of fund for some years now.
Maybe.
I think Halo's made a lot of money, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have much else
Anyway,
to say about it.
Yeah, I just thought that was kind of an interesting tidbit because especially when you consider this next bit, which I'm gonna try and recite from memory, but apparently tons of lawsuits being thrown at Activision right now from shareholders because the loss of the Destiny IP and the Activision portfolio has now devalued the stock prices.
They gotta get over that. They got Sekiro coming up.
Right, they do have Sekiro coming up, which is gonna be the biggest game of 2019.
I'm really excited for it.
It's gonna be great.
I'm so ready for that game.
I'm very excited about it. I probably will buy it day one, but
I'm about to pre-order it.
yeah,
I'm so ready. Just give it to me.
it really does look like
Looks
a
awesome.
From Software game for me.
Yeah, especially with the focus on
After my own
stealth
heart.
too,
Right.
and like the pairing stuff, and like whittling down their like balance. And if they put yours down too much, they can get like an insta blow on you. It sounds so cool.
Kind of looks like a From Software take on like a Ninja Gaiden Metal Gear Rising kind of thing,
Yeah.
which I am
So, yeah.
all for.
Activision stockholders, once they see that, they're gonna be like, hey, you know what? Back in,
Exactly.
get more of these From Softwares.
From Software's Miyazaki becomes the CEO of Activision, takes Bobby Kotick's spot, eats him. I don't know.
What a career.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Goes from making bad Armored Core games to directing Demon Souls to then like becoming like half CEO and half full-time CEO and full-time director of video games for From. I don't know.
I'm excited for it.
I guess the biggest story this week is this new update from Brad Sams, that dude that's been on all the headlines lately about these Xbox rumors.
Mm-hmm.
There is an Xbox One S Maverick, that's a code name for an Xbox One S all-digital system that will be releasing, I don't know, probably this year.
I heard it.
And pre-orders start in April.
I heard it was pre-orders in April, release in May.
Oh, you might be right.
Also,
So, yeah, Xbox One S all digital. Sorry. Also,
I was gonna say the abbreviation is the Xbox One SAD.
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. That's
That's what I saw everywhere when this got announced. Isn't that great?
You know, I don't know why they're calling this Xbox One S. Like,
I don't either.
I feel like they should have called this like Xbox TV or something.
Yeah.
I think they messed up. I think they seriously messed up on this.
There's probably a way better name for this, but I guess since like if they wanted this to come out first before they're gonna announce their weird like disc version of the next gen and the non-disc version or whatever they're doing,
Yeah.
I guess you don't want to confuse the markets or like consumers, like super basic level.
I think you're right, and that's probably why they put all digital in the name of this console.
Yeah, and like
Which yeah.
at first I was like, oh sweet, cool, this is my chance to buy an Xbox One, and then I realized it won't let me play the 360 games natively because there's no disc drive. And,
No. You can do that.
Well, I could, but I'd have to buy them digital, right?
Oh, yes, you would.
Right.
But they would be native.
True.
You
Sorry,
aren't
that's what I meant.
streaming
Yeah.
them. No, that's okay.
But like, if the cheaper version of the next gen Xbox is already going to be doing that too, I don't know.
I feel like what Microsoft should have done is like just release a Apple TV competitor and don't even say it plays Xbox games.
Yeah, it just does.
But it just does, yeah.
That'd
like,
be cool.
Yeah. It's weird. I assume this has to be like $99.
Probably,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's in any world it's over $150.
Even that seems pricey to me. I feel like at this point, and plus if they want to get rid of the disc drive, which honestly isn't that much money manufacturing. It saves them some, but I don't think it's the most expensive thing in that system at this point.
Mm-hmm. Do you know if it's going to have like a solid state drive or?
I don't, but solid state drive prices have been dropping.
Yeah, that's
but yeah,
why.
if it does have a solid state drive though, then it is probably $200.
Mm-hmm.
I assume it's a standard hard drive.
You already have a 1X still, right?
I do have a 1X.
Yeah, so you don't care about this then?
I'm actually a 2 Xbox household.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because honestly.
Well, I'm a 2 PS4 household, so I don't know why I was so surprised.
Oh, yeah. I find the Xbox One media stuff pretty decent. Like, using the OS actually sucks, but like, my dad uses it for like the Netflix and Amazon stuff, and it does 4K on the Xbox One S as well for the video stuff. So it's cool like that. And yeah, I don't know. I'm really a 3 Xbox household if you consider my PC, I guess. But
4 if you count your Switch.
Yeah,
at this point,
yeah.
Got a Surface tablet in there too.
Gross. Actually, I do, but yeah.
So 5.
Yeah, I guess so.
5 ways to play Xbox games come 2020.
You forgot my refrigerator.
Oh, jeez.
So, sorry. Anyways, I guess that's it for the Xbox talk of this week. Man, they should just have a press conference now. Put an end to all these rumors. Just tell us everything they're doing. I don't know.
Yeah.
This next story is Cassie Cage got announced for Mortal Kombat 11.
I saw that.
Did you watch the video?
I saw a GIF of her.
Okay. Did you see her fatality?
I saw Johnny Cage's fatality.
I mean, Cassie Cage's fatality is like kicking. In the video is she kicked Kano in the groin, and his body split, and his skeleton came out vertically, and then it cut. And I think there's more to it, but they didn't show it for the video.
Did you see the Johnny Cage one?
I think I did, but I kind of forget it.
It was like
what was it?
He was doing uppercuts on some guy, and none of them were connecting. And he's like, "Oh, come on, who is this guy?" And they were like just doing like takes of it, pretending it was like for the film that he was working on or something. And like the last one is he like knocks his head right into his fist and off the body.
Someone made a tweet saying that Johnny Cage looks like Danny O'Dwyer
with sunglasses.
Yeah, it really looks like Danny O'Dwyer.
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, that's coming out soon, right? Is most of the roster revealed now?
Dude, that's next month. Actually, all the roster leaked like a couple weeks ago, I think.
Well, I thought I saw some headline recently that most of the roster is announced now.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think they've been announcing one character a week, so we're probably there.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited about Mortal Kombat next month.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I guess there are games coming out. I guess I gotta buy Sekiro and Mortal Kombat these next couple of months.
Yeah.
Anything else I gotta buy?
You're not getting Yoshi, right?
No. Oh, I played the demo for that.
Oh, what do you think?
I feel like the visual thing, the resolution did get to me.
Oh, it did?
No way. It kind of got to me.
I'm interested to try it again after the fact because I was really just focusing on the actual mechanics, I think, because I never played a Yoshi game before. I was just like, oh, it's cool art style, but if I go back and pay attention, I'll probably pick up on it.
But if you don't pay attention, though, then you'll probably have a way better time than what I just had. So You know what? Try and forget it.
All right.
Sorry. I never want to make your gaming experience worse.
Well, I don't even know if I'm getting that close to launch anymore because like Sekiro is the main thing right now.
Yeah. I also tried out the Daemon X Machina demo.
Oh. Was I right or wrong?
Well, I didn't actually have a chance to get to that because I just did the character creator stuff and then I stopped playing it.
All right.
It was fun, the character creator.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. I just didn't really have it in me to check it out.
Yeah.
So I'll wait till it's out, and if it's good, and then maybe I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say something kind of fucked up.
Go for it.
And please don't think of me any less. But the Devil May Cry Devil Trigger song. Is it bad?
I listened to that song a lot.
Okay.
I don't know if it's bad or if it's like ironically good. That Game Awards performance was bad,
Okay.
but the Keeley "you wanted it" quote made it so good.
That was okay. So that made it all worth it.
Yeah.
Really.
But I liked the song before that performance. Like since that reveal trailer, I was like, "This is the hypest shit ever." And
Well, with the reveal trailer, I thought like it was like it's funny and it fit the game,
Mhm.
but I feel like I see a lot of sentiment being like, "Yeah, this is the greatest. I cannot wait." The Devil Trigger it topped all the charts too, right? In like Europe or something.
I did not know that.
It reached #1 in some territory.
That's great.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I think I agree that it is great that it reached those heights.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all right, that's it for me being a downer on video games. I hate when I get too cynical, but it happens, you know.
Uh-huh.
You just gotta roll with it.
Yeah.
Anyways, next news story is Judgment is coming out on PS4 on June 25th. If you like physical games, but if you want to get it digital, you can play it 4 days earlier. It's releasing 4 days earlier on the digital thing for some reason. I don't know.
And if you like it in Japanese, you can already play it.
You could already play it. It's true.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. I want to at
Can't
least
wait.
play Yakuza 0 before Judgment comes out.
Sure.
But I'm looking forward to it. Even if I can't get to 0 before then, I'm probably still going to check it out because it seems like a nice jumping on point for that that studio's type of game, even though it's like tangentially connected to Yakuza, right? It's still in Kamurocho.
Yeah, it's still in the city, and I mean, I didn't read any spoilers or anything. I don't know if anyone's gonna show up in it, but yeah, it's very much a Yakuza game. It seems like with a different story and plot and all that.
I'm excited for it. I think it's a cool the concept of being like a shunned former lawyer that's this private eye now.
It's so good.
That's awesome. That sounds great.
It's so good.
So very much looking forward to that. Also, I heard like this isn't a spoiler. It's just like with side quests, it's like sometimes you'll get a quest of like, oh, I'm hiring you for this case. Investigate. So that kind of thing. Like if they lean into the whole private eye thing and like the really sort of somber, noir style, like Japanese noir, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, and I think the Yakuza team, they're like masters of tone. Like they get that stuff, they get the sappy or just the hilarious stuff so right.
Also,
I feel like it flips back and forth.
Yeah, some of the stuff I've seen from Yakuza, it like turns on a dime from being like silly to super emotional or very tense.
It is the funniest shit when it wants to be, and like the most serious dramatic soap opera stuff when it needs to be. Like Metal Gear is the same way, I think, you know?
Yeah.
With the way those games flip, like, Snake is telling a story about, I don't know, his dad, and then, like, in the bathroom next to him, someone is shitting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Yakuza is definitely the closest thing I played to Metal Gear for that kind of tone stuff.
Mm-hmm. I see that.
Game's great. Also, I feel like those guys don't get enough credit for their visuals. You know?
Those look really good.
Yakuza 2, like Kiwami 2, 6, and Judgment are on the new engine, which looks, I think, stunning.
Mm-hmm. Looks good. I'm excited for it.
Cool. What do you think you're going to try getting them to 0?
You know what? Maybe over break.
Yo, I like that plan. You know, if you can't play KOTOR 2, you know, maybe you get frustrated with the PC gaming, you throw your computer into a recycling bin.
Yeah.
I'm saying maybe lie down on a comfy couch, play some Yakuza 0.
You know what? I think I might do that because.
All right, great.
I was looking for something to play between now and Sekiro.
Oh, perfect.
That might be it.
Perfect.
I might start that tonight.
Oh, great. Great stuff.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear it. Well, we should probably end this podcast soon then if you're going to get to Yakuza tonight. I assume we're running over an hour. Is that true?
My recording time right now says an hour 11, but that's since when I started recording, not when we started.
All right, well,
So I'm not sure.
I think we've probably wrapped it up. Any closing remarks, Christian?
Did you want to do a question?
I didn't have one in mind. If you have one, though, by all means.
Best Zelda dungeon.
Best Zelda dungeon? Oh, man, I'm bad at this. You know what? I haven't actually played Phantom Hourglass, but can I mention this one? There's one in Phantom Hourglass where there's something on the top screen, and you need to get it down to the bottom screen.
That's real good. That's a good puzzle.
And you know this puzzle?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to close the DS lid, and then when you open it back up, it has sunk to the bottom of the bottom screen.
Took me forever to realize that as a kid when I played through Phantom Hourglass.
How amazing is that? I need to play that again. That's so sick, dude.
Yeah, honestly, I think the way I found out, I was so frustrated. I was going around the same environment for probably at least an hour. I got frustrated, closed it, went back later, opened it. I was like, what? Just happened.
So cool.
Yeah, it's a cool one. It's a cool puzzle.
Honestly, that's the only one I really remember.
Mm-hmm.
There's sorry, you can mention one now if you want.
The one that's standing out to me, I forget which one it is, and it's gonna bother me, but it's I know the boss fight is it's from Ocarina of Time. It's the boss fight where you fight Ganondorf when he's going through the paintings. It's there's probably 6 or 7 paintings around you in a room.
In Ocarina of Time?
Yeah. And you have to just be constantly turning to see which painting he's riding at you on his horse. And it's an illusion, and they all stop at one point, but one of them keeps coming. And if you're facing the wrong way, you're screwed.
Oh, geez.
I like that one a lot. But that's more a boss fight, but I don't remember what.
There's some really great stuff in Link Between Worlds that I can't remember. I swear. But man, I remember sometimes they use the paper mechanic in a really cool way.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
The boss fight of Link Between Worlds, I won't mention what it does, but took me a long time to figure out how to do it. And then once I did, it was such a genius, aha!
Awesome.
You guys are brilliant. I don't think, it's hard to... Breath of the Wild is my favorite Zelda game, I have decided. It was hard for me to it was between that and Link Between Worlds, but now Breath of the Wild, I've updated my top 10 list games all the time. I have put Breath of the Wild on there.
Very nice.
So, the thing about that, though, is that the dungeons really aren't that special.
Yeah, they're not.
But I love the shrines.
The shrines are my favorite Zelda puzzles.
Yeah, right? Because there's just it's so Portal-like in that way. The small, bite-sized little thing that really even suited itself to portable play.
Yeah.
And some of those designs were so rad.
Yeah.
I also can't remember many of them right now, other than the combat ones, which I honestly were the downside of that.
I would love to see that in some capacity make its way to the next, core 3D Zelda. I don't know if it will, because I know they use that as the whole... We don't have traditional dungeons, but we have all these shrines, so I don't know if they're going to go back to dungeons and kind of cut back on the shrines, but if it carries over at least, in some way, maybe there's 40 this time, I'd still be happy, because those are really cool.
I think I really want a Breath of the Wild too.
Yeah.
Whatever we have to do, Majora's Mask it up with the shrines and stuff.
Real cool.
Yeah. Well, I think that does it for that. Thanks for that podcast question of the week, Christian.
No problem.
It's great that I can count on you. Anyways, any other closing remarks?
Not that I can think of.
Would you like to plug your Marvel show?
Sure, I have a Marvel podcast. It is on Spotify and iTunes. It's called Excelsior with an exclamation point. It's in the name. Twitter is at ExcelsiorJC, so you can find all the links to services there. It's also on the channel if you're already watching on JoyClicks. Last week we did Doctor Strange. Next Monday we're reviewing Captain Marvel. Spoiler review, so if you want to watch that, see the movie this weekend.
I was really curious how you were going to do Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I decided to just throw it in.
Yeah, no, I think you guys did it right. But are you gonna do it? Are you doing Captain Marvel next week as well as the next one after Doctor Strange, or just?
So, on Monday, 11th, I think. That is going to be Captain Marvel. First few minutes are going to be spoiler free, then it's going to be a full spoiler review. On the following Monday, the 18th, that will be a picking back up with Guardians Volume 2.
So, throwing Captain Marvel in the mix doesn't affect your 1 week schedule?
Nope. I accounted for it when I did everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
Damn, that is some foresight.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I would ask about the rankings, but I'm sure I can listen to them all in the form of the Excelsior podcast.
There are timestamps on the most recent episode. If you're very curious, you can see all 3 of our rankings. Towards the end.
Seriously?
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Well.
Also, we just did a top 10 video game anthems. They're good.
Oh, right. Yeah, I saw that. You put Snake Eater as, like, what, number 5?
I think it's number 4.
Number 4? What was the number 1? Shit.
Number one you have to click to see.
It? All right, you're right.
I'll give you number... yeah, Snake Eater was your tease.
Right.
Number 10 is the main theme from the recent God of War, because it's very good.
Was there a reason you released this video the same week Anthem came out?
No comment.
All right. Well, that about does it for the podcast this week. I'm gonna see if I can whip up a little Spotify thing going for this as well.
All right, cool.
But we'll see if that actually comes to fruition. So with that, thanks for listening and good night.
See ya.